Loading!
Guys, I'm only gonna say this once today.
I know we rarely ask for your assistance. We're desperate. Thank you. Thanos is here. We're desperate.
Sounds like fun. Count me in.
Without your help, he'll kill us all. We're no match for it. Half our ships are already gone.
You got it, Space Cops. Be right there.
Thank you, Star-Lord. Please hurry.
Peter! Looks like death out there.
Business as usual.
I'm not complaining.
Gamora, heads up!
You two want to quit making out healthy before we explode?
Yeah.
Quick! Two! Now!
Alright.
Thanks, Yumi. And fixed! On to the next disaster. And that is... where to begin. Thruster's fried, Compiler's spitting out target. Oh, and now Groot's on fire. Groot's on fire!
Peter!
Put him out.
I am Groot.
Oh, Groot says thanks. Oh, wait. If you're all here, who the hell is flying my ship?
Yeah. Where's Stax?
Whoa, Drax!
Do not
Drax.
distract me, Star-Lord. Thanos is here. Today, I finally slay our nemesis. My dead wife and daughter shall have their vengeance. I have longed for this day, dead. Dreamed of it.
Nothing like starting your day with a little revenge.
Yes, that is my mantra.
Move, Drax!
A good revenge in small doses.
Enjoying myself.
Yeah, well, I didn't say you. Shut up, okay?
Off to a great start today.
I am Groot.
Alright, guys. Let me show you how it's done.
How it's done? Guardian of the Galaxy. The Telltale series. We're upside down, aren't we?
I am Groot.
No. That was absolutely not fun, you stupid log.
Anybody dead? Okay, good.
Where is the other green one?
Wishing we had better seatbelts. Still breathing.
Ow.
Oh no! Get me down! My sweet, precious little baby!
There's an infant on our ship.
That can't be good.
Where is it? Hey! Get down here! I need up here! Whatever! Stubby little arms.
You need a hand there, little buddy?
Your powers of observation are phenomenal. We're all gonna be red-faced in a second if you don't help me. Careful with that. My baby, give it!
It's cannon.
Another nanosecond. We all would have been atomized.
Still looks like it'll blow up to me.
It sure ain't no toy. We get pushed around by a lot of dangerous jerks. I built this bad boy to push back. Hey, ain't she a beaut? She's still a little unstable.
I like the way your brain works.
Me too.
So this is how I die.
The coup has gotten unskilled.
He is heading towards those ruins.
Looks like the Nova Corps failed. It's up to us to take him down.
Just the five.
Versus Thanos.
And that gun.
Appetite for destruction. Tangled up in blue.
Thanos. Through there, I smell his evil stench.
The door's not gonna budge so easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so this gun ain't totally, operation, and it only has one shot. But think of it as a feature. Yeah. I mean, you can't harness enough.
We'll find another way in.
Biggish moon or smallish planet without some drawbacks.
Okay. We'll find another way in.
Thanks for understanding. I'll make sure you're not in the blast radius when this sucker finally goes off.
Let's see.
Find a way, look around with R. Look at that. Crack.
Think I see a way over.
Tread lightly, Celluloid. Thanos must not detect our presence.
I'm not gonna tread at all.
Oh, they got attacked. Or was that a crash landing? Multiple.
Oh, my spine. It is in so many more pieces now.
Don't be so dramatic.
But it is.
Good.
Utes!
Oh yeah! Hey, you guys still out there?
For a great battle, our fearless leader will rally the troops with his words.
Let's go be heroes.
Guys, I'm only gonna say this once today.
I know we rarely ask for your assistance. We're desperate.
Yep.
Slowly.
Slowly be the heroes. Yeah, no!
Your suffering is ended. At last. It's mine. Yes.
You'll pay for what you've done.
You're gonna answer for their deaths.
No. I won't.
Forge!
Daughter, you have aligned yourself with such pathetic creatures.
I was never your daughter.
Then you will die an adversary. Your actions are futile. You cannot kill me. The galaxy is mine. Smile, son of a... How is this
Possible? We defeated Thanos! Or did we?
No way.
Woo! It's gonna be rigged! Heroes get fat stacks, right? That's how this works.
Heroes don't do it for the money market.
And I am in the wrong line of work. Who did? You did. Respect this.
Drinks for my team.
Do you
I like to think so.
I'd like to think so. One more.
Yeah. Me too. For better or for worse. You have to admit, we aren't the most likely group of friends. I mean, with drugs and rocket. I would be here too. Sometimes. It's a miracle we haven't murdered each other already.
Well, that's what family is, Gamora. You drive each other crazy, but at the end of the day, none of that matters.
If we're family, it's only because you knows me. Honestly, we'll stay because of you, Peter. You're the one who's gonna keep us from falling apart.
Is something gonna happen
Yeah,
to me?
no pressure.
Peter Quill. Watch a second. Spots
Hey, Drax, pace yourself, buddy.
Yes, you are wise. The more I pace myself, the longer I can consume this burning fluid. This is my hour of honor. My sweet wife and daughter have finally been avenged. I have long dreamt of this moment. Its arrival is satisfactory.
You'll be proud of you, Drax. Thanos can't hurt anyone else's family. And that is because of you.
I can find solace in that statement. I was not there to save my family before. But now that I have exterminated Thanos, my redemption is complete.
Kurt's totally right. He said Peter killed Thanos, not you, big guy.
Nonsense. Clearly I got my revenge.
Didn't see.
My hands are too strong. I would break such a human device.
Yeah, excuses always.
Of course you did, Drax. You killed the guy who killed your family. That's the definition of revenge.
Yes, thank you, Peter. Those are precisely my beliefs. I shall celebrate by consuming this vile swill.
The end result is that we took him down.
Yes, it is the gun that blew a hole in Thanos. But no, you can't do shotgun. Okay, maybe just one.
Hey, Rocket.
So, as I was saying, I built this brilliant, beautiful piece of machinery with my own two hands. I can tell you're impressed by my technological virility. Ain't nobody as beautiful as you. I
You know, I couldn't have said it better myself. With Power Rocket here, his gun wrecked Thanos.
Literally.
Applause feels good. You know, maybe I should quit while I'm ahead. Go out on a high note. I've been at this hero business non-stop for a while. I should just retire and live off all the fame, free booze. Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! As they say, absence makes the heart grow bigger. That sounds like a medical condition.
Oh, yeah, because you've been working so hard. No, you've earned a break.
We all. I mean, look at all we accomplished. Thanos is dead. The galaxy is guarded. Our job's done. Maybe it's time we go our separate ways. Hey, drink maker! I got two hands and one of them's empty.
You're gonna need your help. We can't let Rocket leave the Guardians.
Drinking out of a galactic superweapon, I see. Nice to see you enjoying yourself.
You kicked incredible amounts of ass today. Thanos is all kinds of bad.
Yeah, I know. It's been a complicated day.
How about a refill?
Why not?
On my way.
You disrespectful human!
How dare you? Man, you know what? I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Wasn't looking where I was going. And I'm tripping.
Watch your steps, Storm.
He knows about it.
Guess not everyone's a fan.
At least I managed not to drop this.
My hero.
I try. Thanos murdered your people. I thought you'd be happier once he was gone.
He was a monster, yes. But he was also evil. I can't make sense of it.
Being upset is okay, you know. This has got to be a lot to handle.
At least I have all you guys to distract me.
All of us.
I keep thinking about Nebula.
Your sister?
I called her that. We both called Thanos Father. He used to force us to fight, to prove who was worthy of being called his daughter. We couldn't stop until there was blood on the ground.
That is messed up.
Yeah, it is. But Nebula believed it was normal to fight and kill for what you want. And I'm stabbing while I'm sleeping because I know. Imagine how she's gonna react when she finds out we killed Thanos. She loved him, I think. In her own way.
It might take some time. But she will forgive me.
I imagine I'll have a matching scar to go with this one first. There's a small part of me that wants to see my sister again. But when she finds out what we did, she's gonna lose me. She'll hunt us all down and kill us.
Welcome, Murder.
You don't know Nebula.
Like you said, she's your sister. Trust me, family's worth fighting for.
Maybe you're right. I'll try to call her after a few more of these.
Why don't you see the news?
Family. Huh?
To family.
Hey, you chumps doing a toast without us? Thought we were a team.
To what are we toasting?
I built the gun who killed the baddie. The toast is mine. Says so in the rule book.
I've not heard of this rule book.
Like I was saying, it's family.
The weirdest looking one in the galaxy.
No, I should toast to the dead. May they be avenged. I am Groot.
To friendship? How? Boring.
Well, to dead friends, then.
Drink already.
Well, we haven't killed each other yet. Nice work.
To friendship. Oof, everybody got wasted.
Hey, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Why?
We got a big problem.
Okay.
Which is, ow. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
It was not my fault. I barely consumed my body weight in the toxic liquid.
Hey, I was surrounded by adoring fans. I couldn't let them go thirsty.
Oh, I don't care who ordered all the drinks. We need to figure out how to pay our tab.
Pete's gonna love my solution. You know I always got genius ideas, right? You need a plan, you go to Rock. That's the deal. I'm just making good on it.
Yeah, whatever it is, I'm sure it's brilliant.
Why, thank you. It certainly is.
How are we gonna
sell
make-
Thanos' body?
That is not a bad idea.
Selling a corpse. How could that be profitable?
There are people who would find it valuable.
Exactly. And I know just the guy. The collector. He loves
Yeah.
buying exotic crap for his museum. So Thanos, the newly dead Titan, will be perfect. He'll pay you tons of units for that body. These are the kind of people you want to be rubbing elbows with, Pete.
Okay, well that is very weird.
You got this purple freak laying dead in front of you. A tree puking his guts out in your toilet. And this is the weird thing? Look around you. Weird is the new normal.
Or we could turn Thanos over to the Nova Corps. They've had an official bounty on his head for years. Plus, it comes with the added benefit of not having to deal with criminals, like the Collector. He's a corrupt thug, bottom line. But the Nova Corps, they maintain peace and order in the galaxy. They have thousands of ships and soldiers.
Yeah, turning Thanos over to the Nova Corps sounds right.
Thank you, Peter.
Guys, you're killing me with this. We'd make way more money with the Collector.
You're being
The
a greedy
Collector
little rodent right
Oh,
now.
as if you're so
Sounds like a
high and mighty,
backstabber.
green lady. You suddenly forgot all the innocent people you murdered for that psycho?
I remember each and every one. Not that you'd understand. You do whatever the hell you want, whenever you want.
Hey, Rocket, cut it out. Way too far.
You kidding me with this, Pete? This is why I need a friggin' break.
It's Peter's call, Rocket, not yours.
Enjoy staring at my furry backside, chumps.
Come on, Rocket. How are you doing, Drax?
You, doing all right after last night?
The rodent tried to deny me my victory. But you, my true and noble friend, Peter Quill, stood with me. I believe Hovat and Camaria can rest peacefully now.
Tell me about your family.
No, I've never asked. Hovat and Camaria. What were they like?
My wife and daughter, they were kind, brave, true. Qualities I, myself, aspire to possess. Ask me no more from Peter. I do not always wish to remember their faces.
I really need to figure out what to do with Thanos.
Nova Corps, Collector, thrown into a black hole, that is up to you. He is dead. That is all I care about.
It's just you and me now, Nebula. We should, I don't know, catch up.
About what? How you killed her
You
father?
left us no
Stay
choice.
away.
Don't worry, Gamora.
How are you doing?
Fine. Staying as far away from Rocket as I can. I don't want to let him ruin my mood. Last night was actually fun. Maybe too much fun. So, something on your mind?
Why do you like the Nova Corps so much?
I don't really like to talk about it, but I was an assassin for Thanos. I killed so many people for him that I lost count. Tyrants. Innocents. Didn't matter. If you ever hear the ridiculous nickname, the most dangerous woman in the universe, that was her. Like the Nova Corps. They turned a blind eye to my past after I joined the Guardians. Being with you guys, making the galaxy safer. It's my chance to make up for what I did.
Makes sense.
Did I hear you talking to Nebula earlier?
If by talking to you mean being yelled at. Even though she's pissed, it feels good to have it off my mind. Thanks for the advice.
I do have all the answers, you know. Endless wisdom just flows on.
Okay, let's not overdo it.
So, still mad at Rocket?
He needs to watch his little tongue. I may have been too harsh with him. He's so infuriating.
Guess I'll talk to you later.
Some advice for you. Don't trust the Collector. You should call the Nova Corps.
We gotta make a choice. Really, Rocket. This is an official inquiry as to the status of your team following the recent engagement with Thanos, the Mad Titan. There are many conflicting reports circulating as to what exactly transpired on Kree Planet. Please let us know whether you're still alive at your earliest convenience.
Don't touch that.
I gave you this shit, or at least I think it did. You barely recognize it now. Look at all this crap you added.
Warn the Nova Corps.
Nova Corps.
This is the Guardians of the Galaxy. You need to secure Thanos' body and prepare your crew for an attack. His daughter Nebula is heading your way.
Is that you, Star-Lord?
Oh,
Okay, of course. Right away. Thank you so much for the warning, sir. I just, it's a lot.
okay. I'm hanging up now. Heads up, everyone. We're going to Half-World.
Later, Quill. Don't be a stranger. And take care of the Milano. She's a ship, not a trash can.
Take care of yourself, Yondu.
I always do. I don't know.
Come on, Dad.
Apollo has found us.
And this is what we call great timing.
Half-world abandoned labs. Creatures of the night.
What is this place? Home. I haven't been back here since. Thanks for trusting me, Rocket. Glad you brought me here. This isn't what we're here for. Come on, Rocket, let me help you.
Don't touch her!
Rocket? Hey!
Subject seems to be responding well to the program. Vital signs are good. Still no rejection of the artificial vertebrae or neural implants. The only one who wasn't a total failure. Everything rests on you, my little friend.
Rocket. You okay? I heard you screaming in there. These walls aren't exactly soundproof. Not that he cares.
Yeah, I'll be fine. No worse than usual.
Hurts a little less each time. So, did you get it?
You mean this? Wait, it's the right one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Once that computer's finished, we can finally break out of here.
Advanced security. Supposedly unhackable blast doors. Piece of cake, right?
You sound worried. Hey, you can do this. Just stick to the plan. It's gonna work.
Me? I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this without you.
You know more than you think, okay? Not more than me, but, you know, close. Catch! Nice. You're making this look way too easy. Power source. Designed by yours truly. Okay. Moment of truth. Go ahead and hook it up to the underside.
Stupid piece of junk.
You know your ear twitches when you're frustrated, right? It's cute.
Oh yeah? You're cute. I meant that as an insult.
I'm so offended.
Why do you keep doing that with your face?
It's called smiling. You should try it sometime.
Happy? Now, all I need's a display and we're in business.
Yes! Now we just sync it to the facility's network.
All the way over there.
I keep having that dream.
Still?
I'm outside again, in the fresh air somewhere. It's warm, bright. Can't hear a thing except the river rushing by. It felt so real. I can barely remember. It's been so long.
We gotta focus, Lana. We have to get out of here, now.
You're right. We have to get these cages open.
There should be a hallway just outside that door. From there, we make a break for the main entrance.
When I get out, I'm gonna find that place. And I want you to come with me. We'll find the river. I know it's gotta be out there.
I'm going wherever you're going, lady.
We'll find home somewhere.
Oh
Shit,
no.
quick!
Subject 89P14. Still no progress. Begin prepping lethal injection.
Rocket, I can't. I can't lose you.
Don't lose hope, okay? This isn't over, you hear me?
Rocket,
Lila! We gotta move. What are you doing? Come on!
lethal injection.
No.
You got
Thought
hit.
maybe I'd make it. Slower than I thought.
Are you sure they got you? Maybe it's just a scratch or
I
something.
was there, Rocket. I know what it is.
There you are. Kill them.
I'll create a distraction. Buy you time to get out. I can still cause a little chaos before it kicks in for good. I might as well try to take a few of them down with me, right? You go, Rocket. They'll be sorry for what they did to us.
No, you're not dying. I won't let this happen.
Please, don't make this any worse than it has to be. Survive, Rocket.
Oh.
Go! You need to get out! Now! I'm not asking you again!
Come on. We're getting out of here. Both of us.
Rocket, please.
I've got you.
The warm light.
Rocket.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I knew it.
Oh.
What just...
You had no right to see that. Those are my memories, not yours.
Look, hey, listen. I'm sorry.
Little late for that.
Well, I still mean it.
It didn't even work. How could it not work? Come on.
I really wanted it to work too, Rocky.
You got to come back. She's the one who's still... Just take it. Sorry I dragged you out here.
It needs a sacrifice.
Thanks for, going with me. I know you had other things to do.
There's still hope, Rocket. I'll find a way to bring her back.
I don't want to talk about it. No. Come on. Please don't do this. I gotta go.
Good. You're back. Looks like Nebula started tearing up the Nova Corps outpost. Hopefully we can still catch her.
Hey, everybody to the bridge. We're going to the Nova Corps outpost to intercept Nebula.
Every picture tells a story. The warning should have helped.
What the hell?
We need backup! All pilots, fall back and engage the fugitive! But sir, we'll lose the body. That is not our priority now. Engage Nebula immediately!
I knew this would happen. We should have come right away. She's already got Thanos' body. We can't lose her too.
Okay, you have a point.
Oh, if only you could have seen that earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Star-Lord, thank you for coming to our aid. Well, we were hoping you'd show up a little earlier.
Hey, what's going on? I warned you that Nebula was on her way.
I know. We secured the body, like you said, but she snuck in using a stolen ship of ours. We were overwhelmed. She made off with the body, but we can still take her down. Weapons loaded. Lethal force has been sanctioned. Get into position.
No! I'll be damned if I let the Nova Corps blow my sister to stardust.
We need her alive. Otherwise, we've got no chance of translating the Eternity footage.
Ready? On my orders.
Hey, whatever your name is.
Rooks, sir. You can call me Rooks. If you want. It's kind of a nickname. Not as good as yours, though. Star-Lord.
Look, Rooks, we've got this covered. Why don't you leave the cyborg to us?
Well, of course, we'll take all the help we can get, sir. But the Nova Corps have a duty to fulfill. It would be an honor to fight alongside you. Fire when ready.
Okay. When words don't work, there's always firepower.
Whoa, hey, what are you doing?
Stopping you.
Guardians, fall back. If you do not follow orders, we will be forced to return fire.
No! Star-Lord, we have to follow protocol. Please listen to him.
Nova officers, form a blockade. Peter Quill, by order of the Nova Corps, you will stand down and submit to capture.
Star-Lord, Nebula is a wanted fugitive, the biggest threat to the galaxy now that Thanos is dead. She's guilty of multiple crimes. We have explicit orders to eliminate her immediately. We can't afford to be lenient here. It's too risky.
Not if you leave her in our custody. Killing her isn't the only option.
Your assisting her will only place you at odds with the Nova Corps.
Look, she did a lot of terrible things for Thanos. But everyone deserves a second chance, even Nebula.
I'm sorry, Star-Lord. I truly am. But I have a duty to the Nova Corps. I tried. Officer Rooks, signing off.
I hope we can still be friends and...
I think that went well.
We've got targets on us.
On it.
That's the last of them.
Hold on!
Peter Quill, I wasn't expecting you to show your face. Couldn't let the Nova Corps claim your glory. You had to kill me yourself.
You brought this upon yourself.
So you think.
Whoa, I'm not a killer, Nebula. That's not why we're here.
You murdered Thanos. That makes you a murderer.
Look, we need your help. You have to come with us.
I will never help you.
You have no choice.
It's difficult. Disabling her engines. Come on, field's too dense. I can't get a clear shot. We'll have to force her out. Gamora, take the controls. I'm going in to grab him.
Watch yourself. She may be incapacitated, but she's still dangerous.
Peter, her ship is drifting into the planet's gravity field. You need to hurry.
Knock, knock.
Go away. I refuse to accept your help or your pity. I'd rather die here. I failed, Father. Again.
I'm not leaving you behind, Nebula. I don't care how much you hate me.
You just want to play out your little Guardian's fantasy. Be the hero. Peter?
Your sister's being difficult, Gamora. She's throwing herself a real pity party. There's gotta be an emergency release on here somewhere. Oh.
A hatch. What about the body?
That's the last of it.
Okay.
I don't like knowing Thanos' body is out there somewhere.
Oh, one thing at a time. We have to figure out how this relic works before we start worrying about the dude.
We're running a scan of her cybernetics, but it's taking some extra time. Just to be safe.
We need to get Nebula to help us decipher these symbols.
Just watch yourself, Peter. She's not exactly happy to be here. Okay, she's definitely not happy to be here.
Yeah, I don't really blame her. Her dad's dead, we beat her up, and then she gets locked in her sister's room. She's not having the best couple of days.
It is what she deserves for serving Thanos.
Rocket may be able to get her arm working again. We could use it as leverage.
Don't bother. We are going to dismantle the cyborg piece by piece.
Fear won't work on someone like Nebula. You'll just rile her up.
Good.
Not good. She was trained to slaughter thousands. She may hate you, but she does not fear you.
She will learn.
Hey, no need for violence here. We can barter with her. Nebula wants her arm back, so let's use that to our advantage.
I do not like this plan.
You okay to go in there?
Frankly, no. I'm not okay. I wanted to reconnect with Nebula. You told me to reconnect with her, and then this happens. Maybe she'll come around someday, but I can't see her wanting to reconcile anytime soon.
So, here's the deal, Nebula. You've got a bit of a missing arm problem, and I've got a way to fix that. So, you interested in a trick?
I'm listening.
Thanos wanted this relic, and I know he had you learn how to read these glyphs.
That's the Eternity Forge.
You've heard of it?
How did you make those runes appear? I thought it didn't work.
I was, dead. The Forge resurrected me. These symbols appeared sometime after that.
So it works.
I need you to help me translate them.
That's not gonna happen. You think I'd so easily betray my father? We are not all so spineless.
I was serious about this. Look, you help me with this one teensy tiny little thing, and I will let Rocket reattach your arm.
I know you have no intention of helping me. She wants to see me suffer. Killing our father wasn't enough for you. You have to rub it in my face, too. He raised you, Gamora. He loved you.
That was not love, Nebula.
And you let this imbecile murder him! You are the reason he's gone. You're the one who ruined my life.
Look, I know you're upset. I'm sorry about your dad.
No, you're not.
Hey, I'm trying to apologize here.
I do not want your apology.
That's enough, Nebula!
You pass judgment on me. On my father. But I know you, Gamora. You may have forgotten Tarval, but I haven't.
I'm warning you
never to speak the name. Tarval.
I'll get what we need from
You want me to talk? Get rid of her!
Don't be ridiculous, Nebula.
I have nothing to say to you.
I'll make you talk. You know I can.
Gamora?
What?
Now.
If I hear screams, I'm not helping you.
She never cared about us. The minute things get difficult, she'll be gone. You'll see.
So, what's the deal with Tarval?
It's not my story to tell. If you're so eager to know, you should ask Gamora.
Star-Lord, the scan found something. A strange device in the cyborg's skull.
These past few days, they've been the worst of my life. I lose my father. Then you show up and capture me, and I'm forced to relive everything. Just leave me alone.
I'm not trying to hurt you, Nebula.
Doesn't matter, does it? You still did. But maybe there's a way to fix that.
Oh, God. No. What are you doing?
I know you won't take my word for it. So here, it'll tell you what you need to know. You owe me.
Thanks, Nebula.
I told myself I wasn't going to be that person anymore. She just gets under my skin. I can't help it.
You two clearly have some issues you need to work out.
I'll try. Maybe without weapons this time.
I see you tried my plan.
The important thing is we got the Kree thingy. So,
that is a cipher module. There are not many left in existence.
Alright, so how does this work?
I think I can upload this to my own translator.
Could you take over?
Okay, it says...
Come find me in the temple.
Find me in the temple.
Helpful. So we find it in a temple?
My mom said the same thing when I died. Maybe we missed something. We were a little preoccupied at the time.
Come find me. Who do you think me is? That temple was completely abandoned when we showed up. Except for all the dead Nova Corps bodies that Thanos put there.
It's gotta be whatever is sending me these visions.
I hope you're right. Then we can find out why you're having them in the first place.
Exactly. Let's get moving. We're going back to the temple.
Unidentified planet. Too fast for love.
Where's Rocket? We're almost there.
I have not seen him emerge.
Hang on. I'll call him. Hey, Rocket? We need you up here.
I think you can handle a freaking temple without me.
I guess he doesn't want to talk.
Well, Rocket is in no shape to guard Nebula. Someone's got to stay back and keep an eye on her.
I will stay behind to guard the prisoner.
Hang on. No, you won't. I'm not leaving him here with her. You heard it before. He wants to rip her apart.
I did say.
Is there another
She's
option?
my sister, Drax.
Well, what about Groot then?
Oh, forget about Groot. I should be the one to guard Nebula. She's my sister.
No, it should be me. I have twice as many blades as you.
You're the one who told me to reconnect with her. Now that she's here, I deserve that opportunity. And I'll make sure she stays out of trouble. Nebula is my responsibility.
Your record on that matter is questionable.
Gamora, Gar, Nebula.
Gamora, you should stay behind and keep an eye on them. Maybe they'll give you a chance to talk.
Thank you, Peter.
You side with her again, Peter Quill. Perhaps I truly have no purpose. Let us return to the temple. I will be ready when you are.
Rex, I need you in the front lines.
I am Groot.
Thank you, Groot.
No.
Find me in the temple. Let's go find out who's waiting for us.
Yeah.
I forgot how slow this elevator was.
I do not like being back in this wretched place.
Well, this ain't a field trip, Drax. The markings on the forge said, find me in the temple. So, here we are. In a temple. Again. Hello?
Those
Anyone
statues.
here?
Yes, I am here, as is Groot. But I should be guarding Nebula on the ship.
And over this, Drax. So, why don't we just spread out? Look for secret doors or passages or whatever. I've got my scanner. If anyone's here, we'll find them.
Oh, yeah.
Star-Lord, it's Hala!
Oh my god! Oh god. Why?
I saved you.
Take it back! I will not! You always were stubborn! Hey! Ah!
Yeah. I'll get back to you later. The Eternity Forge resides here, pending such time as it can be wielded responsibly. Until then, she shall remain entombed across the galaxy.
Who is she?
So, this is not the correct temple? We came here for nothing.
Hang on a second, there's more. It says...
Amnios.
The temple we're looking for is on a place called Amnios. The symbols are a starlight. I know how to get there. Gamora,
Peter!
whoever we're looking for isn't here, but we figured out where to find it. Get those engines fired up. We're going for a ride.
About that. Rocket's down in the engine room. He's, yelling some new, creative curse words. Yeah, you might want to talk to him.
Well, you got my attention.
I don't.
Hey, what's going on? Talk to me.
I didn't want you to see. She's gone. She was the only thing keeping me alive. And I couldn't save her. She protected me. And I couldn't help her.
You can't blame yourself for what happened. It's not your fault.
I keep telling myself that. But I don't know. I thought if I could just get her out of there, she could just see it. This is all I have left of her. This stupid computer. I can't do this without her, Pete. I thought I could, but I can't. I can't.
She's always going to be with you, Rocket. You haven't lost her.
But it's gone. I can't fix it this time. There's nothing left. I still can't. I don't want to give her up. That's all I got.
You should hold on to it, Rocket. It means a lot to you. What's going on? Get the Eternity Forge, keep it safe. Go help Rocket.
What are you gonna do?
I don't remember inviting you to. Not fair! How about some fresh air? Oh, that's right. There's no air in space. Oops.
Wait! Let me fight. You trapped me on this piece of junk, and now we're surrounded by pissed off Kree. I don't want to die here, and neither do you. If you keep me here, they'll kill you, your friends, and then they'll come for me too. Let me out. Without me, you're just gonna get us all killed.
Okay, but one move against my crew. Any of them gets hurt, and this little trust exercise is over. Do you understand?
I understand.
Heads up! These irksome invisible enemies. Cowards!
Drax, you okay? Drax! Not okay.
Hurry!
Gamora!
I should have guessed Nebula wouldn't pass up the chance to fight.
Well, someone on this ship has to keep you all alive.
Here! This one's yours.
That's my seat!
Almost like old times, isn't it?
Never gets any easier. We've got to move. Now!
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh no.
And that is the engine room. Rocket!
Nebula and I will keep the bridge secure. Just get the power back on.
I am.
Right. Engine room.
Rocket.
Rocket! Ah!
You think you could possibly win against the Kree? Now that I've obtained the Eternity Forge for Hala.
Oh, stop, dude. Just Just stop. I really don't care.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Neither I. You come on my shit. You bust up my team, and then you go about spouting your evil plan like a bad monster movie?
Hold your tongue! Hala will!
Hala can kiss my beautiful Earth ass.
Hey, guy! What's it like being on fire? That bad, huh?
Stupid.
You must think you're clever, Peter Quill, but you can't run forever. The Forge will be mine. Do not be foolish. Its purpose is much greater than this.
Who says I'm running?
Is there another word you would prefer? Hiding, cowering.
I'm not afraid of you.
I do not need you to be afraid.
Peter, you better get the engines running. The Revenant's weapons are coming online.
Rocket, I'm on it. Gamora, set a course for Emnios. Drop off our stowaways on the way there. Is everything okay?
Whatever you say.
You think your mom is really down there?
No. Whatever's down there, it isn't her. But we need to find out what it is.
People you love. You know it in your gut when you're gone. Maybe there's a chance the relic could bring her back. I mean, if you could bring your mom back, what then? You still gonna be doing this?
Come on, I wouldn't do that to you guys. The Guardians stick together, no matter what.
And what, Meredith Quill becomes our new pilot?
She'll be part of the team.
This is it. So, what now?
I'm sure Peter has a plan. Do you have a plan, right?
I know what I'm doing, guys. Trust me.
Can't argue with that.
It's Hala with the cube.
Sweet one. You shall be back by my side soon. Once we return home, the process can begin. Few survive an encounter with me and return for more. Peter Quill.
It's pronounced Star-Lord.
One more step and she dies. It will be easy to remove her head. Do not test me.
Wait. Don't hurt her.
Very well. I cannot lose my son again. You will not take him from me. I have been searching for so long. No one will stand in my way.
I lost someone too. Someone I loved.
I am sorry. But this is much larger than a single life. Thanos eradicated my people, destroyed my planet. Now that you have killed him, the Eternity Forge will be our salvation. You have no idea what this means to the Kree. Our rightful place in the stars shall be restored.
I know what it's capable of. It let me relive a memory of my mom.
It can do so much more than that. You really do not know how this works, do you? You said you lost your mother. Would you kill someone to bring her back?
No, I promised her that I wouldn't.
No. I'd never do that.
I thought as you once did. Until everything was taken from you. Billions of Kree have died. Bringing them all back will require many sacrifices. I will not rest until we have conquered every star system in the galaxy.
But then you'll become just like...
No!
I gotta save your ass once again, Will.
Gamora.
Peter, I'm here. Oh no.
fault. I should have seen her attack coming.
Rocket, we gotta go. Hollis ship is coming after us.
I don't know if we can outrun her.
We have to try.
Stay with me, Peter.
Oh, does PDQ have a boo-boo? Tell that wuss to walk it off.
Oh no. I am Groot?
I don't know, buddy. I hope so. Hey, guys.
This is your fault, Green Witch. You allowed him to die.
As if you could have done any better. Either of you.
Yeah, go on. Leave the body.
You guys, we need to stick together. It's only rock and roll.
I'll give you some time to say goodbye.
You know, your mom would smack you upside the head. She saw you moping over like this.
Young
These ain't no little babies.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
My mama ate 3 of my brothers. I'd have been happy to see her go. You better pull it together, boy, because I'm the closest thing you got to family right now. Now let's get it. I don't want to be on this planet any longer than I have to. Who are you? The name's Yondu Udonta, Centauri, leader of the Ravagers. Keep it. Your mom wrote me into taking care of you if something ever happened. Something happened. Now, you can come with me easy, or am I going to have a fight on my hands? Won't do you much good. You're a bony little scrap of nothing. I can take you without needing to lift a finger.
And why should I trust you?
Because my word is my bond, man. What I say, I do. There's nothing in between. So what's it gonna be?
All right. I'm ready to get out of here. I trust you.
Attaboy. Come on. Let me show you your new home.
The casket? Buried alive? Is she a zombie?
Don't worry, Miles, don't worry. I'm here to help you. You'll be alright.
Help me? How?
You've shown me soon enough.
Mom?
She's healing us?
Be waiting for you.
Indeed. Tangled up in blue.
Okay, so, yeah. Thought once Thanos was complete, we'd have to change our name.
Heroes of the Galaxy. Partiers of the Galaxy.
You know the thing about this place? It never stays guarded for long.
As soon as Hala found out we had the Eternity Forge, we shot up to numero uno on her murder list. Yes, dying hurt. A lot. What kind of question is that?
Did Diane hurt?
Yeah, you know what, buddy? Why don't I fill these questions? Since we're putting this on record, it was a brilliant idea to pawn off Thanos. But I ain't thrilled those idiots at the door before ended up with. You see units pouring out of my ears? 'Cause I don't!
Peter ain't bad, kid. Bit of a whiny pushover at the best. As soon as he showed up at my hideout, I could tell he got himself in some kind of trouble. The Kree folks you want to mess with.
I thought my reunion with Nebula would go over better. That she'd understand I was trying to mend things between us. I was wrong. Once she found out what the Eternity Forge could do, everything it could do, there was no stopping.
I'm gonna use an Earth analogy here, so just bear with me. The Guardians, they're like the Beatles. I'm John, Gamora is Paul, Rocket is Ringo, Drax is George, and Groot, well, Groot is just Groot. It's not a perfect analogy, alright? We, sure, we fight, but damn do we make beautiful music. I just hope I can keep the band together. This galaxy doesn't stand a chance.
Dun dun dun. Under pressure. Previously on.
Smile, son of a...
You have something I desire. The Eternity Forge.
Maybe I should quit while I'm ahead. Go out on a high note.
I keep thinking about Nebula. Imagine how she's gonna react when she finds out we killed Thanos.
Like you said, she's your sister. Trust me, family's worth fighting for.
Maybe you're right.
Thanos eradicated my people, destroyed my planet. Now that you have killed him, the Eternity Forge will be our salvation.
You have his body? I can't believe it. We'll dispatch some officers to your location. The galaxy owes you a debt it can never repay.
I will not rest until we have conquered every star system in the galaxy. Starting with you.
This game series adapts to the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play.
Whoa! No!
What is this dark sorcery?
Groot!
Back, foul demon!
Ah!
I am
Whoa!
Groot!
Hey! This is not normal!
Get behind me! I will protect you from this monstrosity.
Guys, it's me. It's Peter Lord. Starquill.
Peter! I thought you were...
Yeah, so, guess I was dead, and now, apparently I'm not.
This is impossible.
Impossible is one thing. This is freaky.
How do we know you are really Peter Quill? Prove it to me.
What do you expect him to do?
If he is really Peter Quill, he will know.
Trust me, dude. I think I know if I wasn't me. Right? I'm kind of an expert.
I suppose you are correct.
Okay, great. Everybody calm now? Huh? We cool?
I am Groot.
He's right. The dead don't just come back. There's gotta be a catch. I mean, this is insane. You see that, don't you?
Okay, Rocket, just...
Everything comes at a cost.
It requires a
It required a
sacrifice.
sacrifice. A life in exchange for another.
Thanos. He was holding the Eternity Forge when he fell.
Yeah, real comforting. What was that?
It's Hala. She's caught up to us.
Everyone upstairs, we gotta move. I already died once today. I really don't want to try it again.
It's not something you want to get in the habit of doing.
Everyone hold on. Things are gonna get a little bumpy.
Yeah, that'll help.
Peter, you just died. Are you sure you're okay to fly?
Easy, Quill.
That answer your question?
Not really.
I am
Groot says he's gonna puke again. I think we lost her. This Hala lady's relentless. But why'd she want this eternity thing so bad?
They can resurrect people.
Her ship was full of dead Kree. Thousands of them preserved in stasis pods.
Okay. Now I might puke.
Save it for when we land, buddy.
She could create an unlimited army of Kree soldiers.
If this relic falls into Hala's hands, that's bad news. For everybody.
Agreed. Although I would relish in killing her. Then bringing her back to life. And then killing her again. And then bringing her back to life. And then killing her again. And then bringing her back to life. And
We
then
get it, Drax.
Now that will be a fair fight. One I would not lose.
You know, I'm all for people having opinions, but sometimes Drax shouldn't be allowed to speak. Yes, Groot. Now is one of those times.
And we can't risk her getting a hold of this relic. Let the galaxy stay guarded for like 5 friggin' minutes? I mean, come on!
No matter how far we run, Hala will not stop hunting us.
Milano can't take much more of this, Pete. I barely got her up and running after your last so-called landing. If we don't find some place to lay low and fix our shit.
Yeah, I'm on it. Look, I just need her to hold together for a little longer, Rocket. I might know someone who can help us out.
We're gonna go see Yondu. Under Pressure. Episode 2.
Where are we? I don't like being out in the open with Hala on our trail.
Let me do the talking.
Quill?
If you're here, trouble ain't far behind.
My ship's busted, man. And you're the only guy who can fix it.
This is why you never loan stuff to people. Haven't seen you since you left me in the Ravages. I hear you're a real hero now. Been helping out them Nova Corps boys. You think I'm letting you in now? You've lost the other half of your mind. Never thought you'd turn into a spineless, role-following space cop yourself. Associating with you is bad for business, Quill.
It's like you said. I'm a well-known hero now. Now, you might think nothing of it, but we improved the lives of everyone in the galaxy by killing Thanos. What have you done lately?
Taught you everything you know, that's what. Don't try to big-time me, Mr. Hero. Well, you better come on in then before someone sees you.
Make yourself right at home? Oh. I thought it was just you, Quill. Not all your little playmates.
They're part of the family.
Hey, no plants on the roof.
These guys are my family. Great, okay, quick introductions then. This is Gamora.
Say now. Nice to meet you.
Put that away, or I'll cut it off.
That's Groot. Drax, say hi.
These are terrible.
What do you think you're doing? That's my food. Mine.
A warrior must eat.
And last but not least, Rocket.
Rocket! I don't trust Ravagers here. They'll shoot you in the back the first moment they get.
Well, I don't trust animals that can talk.
Want to hear me talk?
Okay. Put the arrow away.
Put that arrow back in your pants, man.
Look, Rocket's just a little sensitive because everyone's been trying to kill us lately.
Well, you can add me to the list.
His face!
What the hell?
I've been buying black market trinkets off this little freak for years.
And I've been gladly accepting this idiot's money.
You got anything new for me?
Oh, we got some. But it ain't for sale.
Well, ain't she a beauty? Fit it right in with my collection. Could clear some space. One can never have too many trinkets and little doodads.
Oh, before you get too attached, you should know the Kree are after me. They're willing to kill for it, too.
Oh, I was just having a bit of fun. Because I'd rather have the Kree after your hide than mine. Let me see that thing.
Sometimes it takes stepping back from your problems to see how small they actually are. These last few months haven't been easy for either of us. But I'm not always going to be here. I worry about you. You're growing up so fast.
I know, Mom. I'll do better.
I know you will. You're meant for more than this life, Peter. I know you are. You're gonna save the galaxy. You're gonna kill Thanos. And change everything.
Wait! This isn't how it happened. You didn't say that before.
Please, trust me, baby. I'm trying to help you. Every time I look up there, I find something new. Something I overlooked. Come sit by me, baby. You can see the stars even better from over here. Peter, please? Just for a little bit.
Yeah, of course, Mom. Just for a minute, though, okay?
That's good.
So, what am I supposed to be looking at?
The stars. I
That's
know they
it.
don't look like much,
Orion.
That's Orion. No doubt about it.
It is indeed. First constellation you ever learned.
The lights are fading. Canis Major.
I think that one is Canis Major? It's shaped like a dog.
That's right. You wanted a pup so badly when you were younger. But you never had one. Too much money. Closest thing you were ever going to get was that constellation. You used to wish that dog sweet dreams every single night.
Gemini.
That's Gemini, right? Twins?
Yep. You used to say they were dancing together.
Yeah. I thought it was you and Dad.
You have one active imagination, Peter.
They're fading. New hourglass?
That looks like the Eternity Forge.
Sure does. Look closer.
That writing. It wasn't there before. What does it say? Mom?
Come find me, babe.
Double fantasy.
Guys.
I don't think they can hear us.
Did you just see what I saw?
It's been decades since I've seen your mama's face. Now that was a special treat.
Peter?
Something was off about that memory. That wasn't how the night ended.
Can't help you. I wasn't there the first time.
What just happened?
I saw my mom. You heard her, right? She wants me to find her. Wait, look.
Wait. I've seen glyphs like that before. It's ancient Cree. Stop eating already! God, I can't hear myself think.
Keep us in suspense. What does it say?
You can read that filthy language?
No, but I think my sister can. Thanos was after something. An object with these same markings.
Let me see that.
Nebula and I stole it for him. I don't know what it does, but my sister may have been able to learn something from it. If we can find Nebula, maybe she can help us translate this.
Yeah, right before she cuts off all our heads and takes the forge for herself. And who do you think's the first guy she's gonna use it on?
Thanos.
You worry too much. We have to figure this out before Hala does.
Are you hearing yourself? Every story you tell us about that robo-chick ends with somebody getting eviscerated. And that is something I'd like to avoid for the foreseeable future.
Sounds like a happy family reunion. You two can talk and, sharpen your knives. I don't know, I've never had a sister.
Nope, sounds about right. I tried to get in contact with Nebula not long ago. She won't be hard to track down.
Better let me have a look at your ship then. I may have something to fix that lying around.
Move your foot. I am Groot. Somebody get this tree away from me.
Enough with the snacks! Would you be any more useless right now?
Rocket and Drax.
What's up, man? Is everything okay?
Look, I'm no good at this, so I'm just gonna do it fast. I know we don't know a ton about the relic, but the one thing we do know is that it brought you back to life. Don't tell me you ain't thought about how you can use that power.
Well, if anything happened to you guys, I'd use it on you. The ultimate life insurance.
Of course you would, because we're important. You don't know a lot about me. But before I met you guys, there was someone. She's gone now, but Maybe with that relic, I can make her unguarded. I just have to try. You gotta go to Half-World, Pete. I know going after Nebula's the logical move here. I get it. You gotta find out why this thing's affecting me. But this favor, I gotta ask.
This person means that much to you. We'll go.
Really? Thanks. I mean it.
Help me out with this, boy. Your friend over here keeps dropping it on my foot.
It slipped.
Let's get going.
Everything changes.
I was wrong about you guys. There's a reason you all ended up together. I never knew. You're not a team, or family, or friends in the conventional sense. But somehow it works.
We've all forgotten how much we need each other. We can still be like that again. We're the guardians of the galaxy. It's time we start acting like it.
And let's go get them back.
I am Groot.
Thank you, Groot.
I am Groot.
Welcome back.
We still need to find where Rocket and Drax have run off to.
They could be anywhere in the galaxy by now. How do you propose we track them down?
Mantis, you were able to track down the shrine using your abilities. Do you think you could find one of us too?
I can usually only sense someone who is nearby. But I may be able to extend my range with your help. I have an idea.
What?
You're going to love it.
Where are we?
You and I have merged minds.
This is inside my mind. It seems kind of empty.
I've never shared this with anyone before. And you didn't die or anything.
Okay.
This is amazing. I wasn't sure it would work, but it did.
Oh, I'm just happy that you're happy, Mantis.
I am happy. Isn't this so neat?
Are we
This
tethered?
island here represents your subconscious mind, Peter. And those other islands represent your friends. Drax and Rocket could be anywhere in the galaxy. In order to find where they are, you need to build a bridge.
Bridge.
Yes, a bridge of feelings. I won't be able to do it myself. I need your help.
Okay. Let's get this party started.
It'll be fun. If we can reach your friends' islands, we'll learn where they are. Now, I need you to concentrate very hard. When you think about the islands, what emotions do you feel the strongest?
Oh, the hell was that?
On this plane, emotions are able to take physical form. Those are memories that you can connect to with your feelings. If you focus on your emotional relationships with the rest of your team, they will be easier to find.
I still can't believe we did it. Thanos is gone.
You must be very close to Gamora. You've shown many positive emotions for her. Yes, Peter?
Hey, I'm sorry we made you feel uncomfortable before. I didn't mean to cause you any pain.
Thank you, Peter. I know I said some things I regretted as well. Everything's going to work out. I know it.
So is this what your mind's like all the time?
Not always. Sometimes I can create my own little world to live in. I come here whenever I feel overwhelmed. I've been able to hone my powers during the centuries I was imprisoned. It was my only refuge during those times of darkness. I'm proud of you, Peter. You did well connecting with your emotions. I know it couldn't have been easy for someone such as yourself.
What's that supposed to mean?
Connect with people as easily as I can.
Surprising people is my specialty.
Yes, and you're certainly full of surprises.
So, guess we just have to pick them up.
Who should we get first?
Oh, wish you were here. Let's get the little...
Let's grab Rocket, then Jax.
Let's go. Rocket is in a very delicate state. Do you think he'll come back willingly?
Of course he'll come back, Mantis. He's not gonna just throw our friendship into the garbage.
Flammable.
You just don't know when to take a freaking hit, do you?
Nope.
Read my lips. I am done. You can take you stupid guardian stick and shove it while I play. Jerk.
Drinking and working on the mess.
Jerky jerk face. With jerk eyebrows and jerkness. You might as well call you Jerk Lord.
Okay, I get it. And I deserve it. I deserve all of it.
Well, yeah. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page about this. Whoa! What the hell? I thought it was pretty damn obvious that I didn't want to be around you. You just cause trouble for everyone. Why are you even here? Not that it ain't kind of rewarding to see you crawl back with your tail between your legs. But I told you this was over.
I wanted to apologize. Is that so hard to believe?
Yeah, it is. We're light years past apologies. Get lost, you two. Done with it. Go find a black hole to fall in. Let me blow this place up in peace.
No wonder Rocket wanted out of this place. Can't imagine anyone being cranked with something so small.
Don't touch those! Those are species. I got one for every bad memory in this crap. I'm gonna blow this whole place sky high. It'll be cathartic. Yeah.
That's the way.
Maybe Rocket could use a hand.
Oh, what the hell, man? Thought I made myself clear. I don't want to talk to you. All I care about is blowing this place to bits.
Now let's work together.
Go away!
You say you want to be alone, but you know what? Between you and me, I think you'd make one hell of a lousy hermit.
God, crack your stupid jokes. We're done. Chop broiled thanks to you. I'm done with your crap. Beat it quick.
I'm sorry that I got good hurt.
Oh, is that what this is? You nearly killed one of my friends, apologized for it, and bam, all's forgiven? Is that how this works with you? Guilt-free hero. Must be so nice to go to bed as Peter friggin' Quill.
I don't like that Groot was hurt, not at all, but he saved our lives by holding those engines together.
Whatever. You want to get people killed, that's your business. Everyone on this team's expendable.
No.
So leave me out of it. Trust me.
Rocket, I never once thought the Guardians are expendable.
Then look me in the eye and promise me no one else is.
No one is going to die. I'll look you in the eyes as long as it takes to make you believe me.
Don't you get it, man? I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid I'm gonna end up alone again. I don't know how you do it. Ain't you scared? You go running head first into battle like it's nothing. Like you got a death wish or something.
Don't let fear hold you back, or you'll never get anywhere.
Maybe you got a point. I'm tired of feeling like this, you know? I'm afraid. I don't want to be the last one standing again. One reason why I should.
Because Lila will be waiting. Because her family.
We're your family. We love you and your angry, scruffy little face.
Oh, adorable. So does that mean I get to call you Dad?
No, yeah, no. Please do not do this.
For the record, I wasn't going to. Let's go. I'm done with this.
We're not gonna blow it up.
All right. Huh.
Any idea who that could be?
Star-Lord, you must know why I am contacting you. Admit it. Admit what you have done.
Oh, I get it. You're attracted to me, aren't you? Don't worry. It happens. A lot.
Do not be vulgar. You have taken Baldin hostage, and I want him back. I do not know how you did it, but I want him back now.
Oh no, you're not getting off that easy. You're attracted.
There is nothing to it.
Mother!
Well, look who it is.
Please, Mother. Just do as they ask.
What are you planning to do with him? If you harm me in any way, I will repay it 1,000-fold to you.
Well, that all depends on you. If you don't want anything bad to happen to your son...
No one threatens me.
I just did.
You are the most infuriating person I have ever encountered. I have always heard of the incidents of human beings. But human impulse is infinitely worse.
I think you mean sexy.
Speaking to you is futile. I am coming for you. I shall destroy the world. Then I will continue to earn. There will be no hope for me.
Now they're in danger.
I can't believe she hung up on me.
We have a real way of people, Katie.
It seems you possess a unique ability. I've never seen anyone annoy my mother so much before. I fear she cannot be stopped. You don't stand against her? No one will.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That conversation could have gone.
Do you think?
If she's coming for us on nowhere, we need to hurry.
We need to help them out.
I'll be back soon.
Diary of a Bad Man. I'm a bad man.
How do you know what will be? Carlos is so fast.
Maria is the most important thing in Drax's life. I know exactly.
Drax? Hey, Drax! Here? There you are.
Have you no respect for the dead, Peter Quill? This is a sacred place. It is meant for family. The screaming does nothing but irritate my ears.
I thought we were family.
We look nothing alike. You cannot be my family.
Look, we've got a job to do. Hala is still out there and she's wreaking havoc. We gotta get out of this place.
Please. This is the place I buried my daughter. I came here to spend my remaining days by her side.
So you're just giving up.
I know why you have come. But I am finished with the Guardians. My warrior spirit has been extinguished. There is nothing you can say to reignite it.
I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I do not remember asking you to come in the first place. There's room for only one in this hole. You remind me of my daughter. Very stubborn. Maria would often try to provoke me when she thought I was ignoring her. I refuse to be provoked. Leave! I told you to leave!
You want me to leave? Go ahead and make me, big bastard.
Mother and father were happily united! So be it! Fight me, Quill! Stab these feelings out of my body! We will help!
Oh, you think you can take me on?
Bring our talk!
Travis, one of us is gonna get hurt if this keeps going. Most likely me.
I thought I had found new purpose with the Guardians. But you killed Thanos. You did not trust me to infiltrate the Kree ship. You refused to let me guard the site. You did not even let me sacrifice myself for the others. In return, I have been denied.
All right, Jax. You win.
Thank you, Quill, for returning my warrior spirit to me.
Yeah. No problem, buddy.
We cannot let Hala continue her reign of terror. She must be stopped. I will help you.
Glad to hear it, Drax. So let's go stop her.
Soon. Let us enjoy the quiet for a moment longer. Moment over. We shall leave now. Now that I am here, I suppose we now must retrieve the hairy infant.
Neither of those things is true. This is Bird, dummy.
Oh. I assumed you would get me first, as I am your favorite and most loyal friend, who has never done you any harm, and has harmed all of your enemies. Repeatedly, I will list them in order of harm.
You really don't have
From
to.
along the Pincher, the alien who kicked you in the shin. Sir,
you'll always be first in my heart.
Your actions prove otherwise. I could never fit in your heart.
Oh, I missed this.
Welcome home, everyone.
Luke says it's so good to see you all.
Look at you, Peter. Somehow you managed to get us all back in the same room. I didn't think we'd see each other after last time. Unless, we ended up in the same prison. Again.
Yeah. First off, I wanted to apologize. I was acting like kind of a
jerk?
Jackass?
Coward? I am Groot?
Yes. I'm sorry for all of those things.
Yeah, I wish I had better news for you, but, things have turned into a galactic war zone.
Yes. Hala has begun killing innocent people to resurrect her army.
And she's coming after us next.
Hala has the Forge, her son, and an unlimited army. Yet she still considers us a threat?
Actually, it's a long story. Alden!
Hello.
You have taken her son prisoner. You are not the pathetic warrior I so often think you to be.
Baldwin is here to help us. He's a good guy. He promised to play bait for us to lure out.
Whatever stops her from what she's about to do, kill him. It can't go on like this.
This does give us emotional leverage.
But we still have not gained any tactical advantage since the last time we fought her.
Hala is headed for nowhere. For us. I'm open to suggestions on how we approach this.
Well, you've been on a ship before. I can analyze the readings from last time and see if there's a way to take out her weapons. When in doubt, look to the data. There's gotta be a weak spot or two we can exploit.
If Hala's ship has a weakness, then we'll be able to find it.
Battery will get you everywhere, Pete. I'll do my best.
Hala isn't going to go easy on us. We'll have to prepare to take her down.
I'll be on the bridge, Pete. Come talk to me when you get the chance.
I agree.
Thanks, Pete. Hey, Gamora.
Hey.
You look like you got a lot on your mind.
Oh. I was just thinking about maybe.
Oh.
When she died, I felt like a piece of me died too. I never considered what life would be like without her. And it's still, I still feel so guilty. But having you here, knowing that I'm not alone in this, it's helped. More than I can say.
No matter what happens, I am always going to be here for you. You count on it.
Hearing you say that helps the pain disappear. Even if it's just for a little while. So, what was on your mind?
So, I think that we should, maybe talk. Just to talk about, you and me. I mean, I just care for you. Alone.
I know.
Oh, you do? Okay. So, how do you feel?
I just, maybe...
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll just put a pin right in it. Just, that's the pin going in the this for it.
Quill, I was waiting for you. I wish to apologize.
For what?
I realized I had not been the same since we slew Thanos. It was selfish of me to leave the Guardians. It put the entire team at risk. For that I am deeply sorry. And I hope you can accept my sincere apology.
Apology accepted, Drax. Don't worry about it.
Good. Now let us repress these feelings and never speak of them again. I will try to redeem myself once again in the coming battle against Hala.
I never saw Kylos in person before I found you. What a nip. It's pretty cool.
You keep using that word cool. Kylos' atmosphere has always been sweltering with heat. You clearly have an inferior sense of temperature.
You ready for one last battle?
I do not believe this will be our last battle. But for Hala, it will be.
Later, Drax.
What happens then?
Hungry.
How's it going, Hungry?
No, it's a good boy. Or girl.
Space Marines even have a gender?
I thought they were hermaphrodites.
This place looks important.
Yeah, that's the computer core, where the ship system can be accessed. We need someone to hack into the computer. It's vital in getting that weapon offline.
What's this?
The main hall system. You might not remember, but it's filled with those cryopods. And because somebody charged up the Eternity Forge, all those dead Kree are now alive Kree. They need to be dealt with. You go a hallway like this, great place for a distraction.
What's this one?
Those are the access ways to the computer. Kind of like the hard drive of the ship. If someone don't cover those access ways, reinforcements will be sent straight to the core and overrun the hacker in no time.
Is that the weapon?
Right. I've actually got a plan for this one. It's got a couple of points on the outside of the ship where the energy is focused before it discharges. Get this. These points aren't guarded. They're just out there in the open. Probably because the Kree don't think anyone's insane enough to attack a super weapon head on.
Sounds like a challenge. I think we're up to the task.
If by we you mean you, then yes, we are.
Wait, what? Me?
You're the one with the jet boots. I got a slew of homebrewed explosives and deflectors. You'll plant the explosives on each of those energy points. And then when Hala fires the weapon again, boom! It'll blow itself up.
And what if they fire the weapon before I'm done planting the deflectors?
Just finish before that happens. We need our hacker to take down the shields and clear a way for you to plant the explosives. Someone to guard them, if someone to attack the Kree, and a third person to stage a distraction to keep them occupied. But as far as plans go, it's pretty insane. And,
Suicidal?
Yeah, Captain.
Like you're gonna plan.
This is my favorite kind of plan. It's got all the adjectives.
Mine too. Oh, I almost forgot. We need somewhere to grab Hala's helmet. Won't be able to trigger the weapon without it. It's probably in her quarters somewhere. So someone will have to steal it right out from under her nose. Or if it's on her head, right out from above her nose.
That sounds like you're volunteering, Rocket.
Oh yeah. Tell the 40-pound guy to steal the helmet off a Kree accuser. Be serious.
Fine. I'll pick who does what. Hacker, protector, distractor, helmet thief, and me.
Yeah, if all that don't work, guess we'll just have to resurrect this guy and have him chop Hala's ships to pieces.
Good one.
Could actually work. If the forge contains enough power. And if we could reacquire it.
Well, we'll call that plan B?
And in doubt, let magic save the day. You know, if this doesn't go our way, I just want to tell you.
Hack the computer.
I want you to hack the computer.
Logical choice. I won't let you down.
Are you sure this plan is gonna work?
Nope. I'm okay with that this time. You guys got my back, and that's all I need.
Catch you in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're different, but they're different.
Good difference, I think. You're not narcissistic or evasive like the others.
Say that
I'm going to attack the Revenant. It's a lot to do, so I need to divide up the roles.
I think this fight is meant for the Guardians. I'll stay on the Milano and keep Baldwin safe.
I should go. Lots of work to do.
Of course.
Protect the hacker.
I'm worried about taking on Hala.
I know what you mean, but the others look to you as their leader. Put on a strong face for them.
Like this?
Keep working on it.
So, Rocket has this plan?
A just crazy enough to work one?
Yeah, the usual plan.
Not surprised. So what role do I play in this disaster?
Protect the hacker.
You're on protection duty. Guard the hacker while they take down the shields.
Easy enough. Leave it to me, Peter.
See you in a bit. Hey, Drax. We've got a plan of attack ready to go. Just gotta divvy up the roles.
Of course. I trust you will grant me the most important job.
Retrieve the helmet or create a distraction.
And you to steal Hala's helmet.
You want me to go all the way over there, just for a helmet?
Hey, you asked for the most important job.
Oh, it is. Good. I am placated.
Later, Drax.
What happens later?
Hold on.
Hey, Drax. Later, Drax.
What happens later?
How's it going, hungry?
No, it's a good boy. Or girl.
Do Space Marines even have a gender?
I keep apologizing for her. But you don't have to. I know what you mean.
But I still must take responsibility for it.
Okay, let's get going. So we create a distraction.
I am Groot.
If we're going to attack the Revenant, we all need a job to do. We're gonna infiltrate the bridge.
Oh, I am Groot.
Not sure Groot should be going off on his own, but you're in charge.
I believe in you, Groot.
Looks like Hala just entered the system. We're gonna have to hurry.
It's now or never.
All right, guys, bring it in.
So, we're making a run on Hala's ship to take that super weapon offline. I've assigned each of you an important role. Hacker, backup, distraction, and of course someone to steal that helmet. I will install the explosive so when the trigger's pulled, the gun blows up right in Hala's face.
This will require everyone to work together flawlessly. I do not believe I have seen it. Are you sure this plan will work?
Yeah, We ain't exactly got a stellar track record when it comes to plans going our way.
We're still here, aren't we? That means something's working.
I trust each and every one of you to do what you do best. Things will go wrong, they always do. But we'll figure it out as we go. We have everyone we need to do that right here.
Uh-oh, here comes a patent quill.
I mean, look at Rocket.
Damn it. Not have drawn attention to this.
What should I be looking at? Is there something stuck in his fur?
He's the #1 smartass in the galaxy.
And damn proud of him.
You should be. Your self-confidence crushing wit is legendary.
Peter, over here. It's me, Drax, the Destroyer. I volunteer to go next.
Oh, I could never forget you, big guy.
Do not hold back. Tell me what else. This should be enjoyable.
This guy is practically invincible. I mean, the galaxy's thrown all kinds of crap at him. He bounces right off.
This is not true. If it was, I would not have needed several showers after we escaped them.
And Gamora.
Peter.
The moral compass. For every one of us.
Peter.
We'd all be in prison if it weren't for her. But we'd all be in prison again. Is what I meant to say. And what about Mantis?
What about me? I don't know what's going on here.
Our newest and most peculiar friend.
Thank you, Peter!
And last, but certainly not least, Groot.
I am Groot.
The beating heart of the Guardians.
I'm Groot.
Oh, right back at you, man. Sure, we have our differences, but we all share something in common.
Arrest records.
Trust issues.
I am Groot. Dependency on oxygen-rich atmospheres to survive.
Not exactly. We're all heroes, despite our best efforts. We never asked for this responsibility, but we're committed to making this galaxy a better place. As long as we have each other, we can beat anything. Hala doesn't stand a chance.
Peter, thank you for coming back for me. I am looking forward to our mission together. Even if this time, we all die.
That is a lot of ships.
Here's hoping everything works out. We deserve it happening to us at least once.
I've got your back, Gamora.
Good. I've got yours too.
Look sharp, guys. Hala's coming in hot.
I am Groot.
No, I ain't a trap. It's a phrase. You know, like she's right on top of us.
I am
Yeah, that does sound worse.
Hang on. Rubble coming your way. I'm almost to the computer core.
I am Groot.
Hey, exercise. Smart. Hey?
Will, what happened? Did you die again?
Nope. Totally alive.
Fly on.
Guys, how's it going in there?
I'm all hacked in. Plus an added bonus. Her computer's now transmitting some of your music to the entire ship. They're hearing that trash over there, isn't it? Okay, Pete, you're good to go. Eject it and plant the bomb.
One down.
Now 2 more.
Star-Lord, how was your mission? See,
It's going great. It's going less great. About to have some company. Hurry. If they fire that weapon now, I'm host.
No.
How's that protection going, Gamora?
Done.
What do you mean, done? Were you all dead?
Yeah, I'm just kind of standing around now.
Oh. That was fast. Heads up! Oh, split. It's quick. Down, one to go. Gotta get the Kree off that bridge.
How's it going in here?
I'm on the last station now. Now would be a solid time for distraction.
You did what? This I gotta see.
What? What'd he say?
Roof down the main hallway into a freaking forest. Comes free and yeah! The flowers are eating them alive. Oh, too bad you can't see this thing. It's really something special.
Looks like that got everyone's attention.
Proud of Groot. Starting up.
Oh, no, you don't. Kind of busy here. Rocket all charges are planted. Next.
Marginally. Once one of the Kree fires that weapon, the whole ship's gonna go, holy crap, that's a huge explosion.
I think that distraction worked a little too well. There are no more Kree on the bridge.
What? It's like someone just volunteered to go hit that button there.
Everything myself.
Rocket, I have stolen the helmet as requested. What should I do?
Take a dump in it?
Wait a minute. You never actually put it in, did you?
Hell no! But when Hala puts it back on her head...
My pants are already off.
Rocket.
Hi!
Come on!
Peter, Hala just passed through. I think she's heading your way.
Here we go.
How do you like that?
This ends now.
Bring it.
Yes.
I do not need a weapon to kill you. Do
Groot.
you not see? This is the end.
Everything you have done is proven. Admit it. You have been defeated.
So much for not needing a weapon. Oh. Oh no. She's alright.
It is not over.
Don't. How do we get out now?
Brace yourself! This is incredible!
Thanks for wanting to do this, baby. Can't imagine being inside. Still a hospital. I miss y'all in this field. I miss this.
Just take it easy while we're out here, okay? I'm worried about you.
I won't scare you like that again, I promise. That means you'll have to drive us back. Me, scars. This is my happy place. You want to build it back up again?
Can I use the ladder for you?
That's for amateurs. Don't let it burn out. I'm also going to roast marshmallows. There you go. You've almost done.
Didn't even have to use the ladder for you.
Well done. I'm missing eyeballs for you tonight.
But I just did that.
We're in the ship.
Strange. I could have sworn. Wow. I shouldn't have brought you in here. You don't know this weekend again. I was reckless. I was living in straight. No matter what happens, I'm glad we can.
I'm sorry, Peter. I just didn't want you to forget who I really was. I don't want you to remember me like that, please. But I'm still you.
You'll always be my mother. You could never forget that. I love you.
She has some sort of dementia?
Was thrilling! Ha! I feel so alive.
We're happy for you, Drax, but I think I can smell my fur burn.
Stay sharp. We don't know where.
This is not over.
Okay, look. We've both done a lot of bad things. Let's just agree to call this one a tie, okay?
This can't end in a tie.
Where is my son?
I'm right here.
Badin!
It would bring me immense joy to spill your son's blood. I find his attitude incredibly irksome.
Your move, Hala. If you need suggestions, dropping your weapon might be a good place to start.
Dust! You may have destroyed my ship and stolen the Atomic Forge, but I still have my armada surrounding us. Unless you have a weapon that can destroy all of them, I still have the advantage.
Oh, the head!
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Hey, you're not serious.
For once, he does not look like he is joking.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Hala. I do have a super weapon.
Where?
We're on it.
Standing inside it.
Accuser, the Celestial. It seems to be reacting. What are your orders?
Continue firing!
Stand down!
Stand down? Ah, you have turned my own blood against me! He has forgotten what it means to be Kree!
Me? I am thinking clearly! You are out of control! There would be no glory for the Kree Empire if we are all dead!
Eldon is trying to save you! To save all of you!
And what do you think I have been doing? For years! I have revived our civilization from the ashes, and I will lead them to glory once again.
No.
We were born into war. We are not afraid of one Celestial.
Star-Lord, listen to me! Let me lead the Kree instead!
You lead the Kree? Don't be ridiculous, Badin. You are much too naive.
The Kree will have a chance at normal lives instead of being in perpetual war!
Everyone deserves a second chance, and that starts with Baltin. He should lead the Kree.
Thank you.
How dare you! I refuse to hand my title over to a
To
child.
a child?
The thought is preposterous.
Surely letting me take command of the Kree is preferable to our extinction.
This is the deal, Hala. Step down or watch an angry celestial head obliterate your armada. Take it or leave it. You know the consequences.
You'll just have to trust me. This is the only deal you've got.
Again, it seems we are at an impasse. Diplomacy requires trust, and I have none for you. Balden, you have been swayed so easily by these miscreants. You are a fool if you think you can lead the Kree.
You're right, Mother. I was a fool.
He's gonna stab her.
I was a fool for thinking you could ever change.
Sweetheart,
I did this all for you.
You. No. You did it for you. I was merely the excuse. The Kree Empire will regain its glory, but it will be without you.
You okay?
No. But I believe now, our people will be, in time. This is Balden. I'll let the accusers go. All ships stand down.
She's dead? How is that possible? Ceasefire! All ships stand down!
My mother was beyond hope. I could see that she would never relent, that she would only bring endless war to our people in the name of progress or redemption or glory. Whatever lie she told herself. My people owe you a great debt they can never repay. It will be a long road. But I will show the galaxy that the Kree can be trusted from now on. Not fear.
For what it's worth, I think the Kree have a real chance at progress with you at the helm.
I think so too. Thank you, Star-Lord. I hope next time we meet, it will be under better circumstances.
So, we did it. All is dead. The galaxy is saved. I know I should feel good about it, but... we did the right thing, didn't we?
We saved lives, didn't we? If we hadn't done what we did, a lot more innocent people would be dead right now.
You're right. I think I could use a drink.
Yeah. Let's go.
You guys still open?
If there's booze on the shelf, they're open.
Hey, can I come out now? Is it over?
Yes. Stop cowering like a baby.
And we're all pretty thirsty.
I know now isn't the best time, but still haven't paid your tab.
You kidding?
Hey, guys gotta pay the bills.
Come on. We just saved your life. We just saved your bar. We saved the galaxy. Pick one. Any of those should more than pay our debt.
You're right. Consider your tab forgotten. Start your living right now.
Heh.
What is this? It tastes terrible.
I am Groot.
It's kind of an acquired taste. You get used to it eventually.
I don't think I want to acquire a taste for this.
I agree.
All right.
Actually, the forge is already full. There's still a charge in it. Its power is fading. It can only be used for one more revival. I'm sorry. It won't be able to bring back all your loved ones.
I am Groot.
Groot says you should use the forge for your mom.
I am Groot.
Since you got us back together.
I am Groot.
Made us a... he's using the F word again.
Family.
Family.
Wait. What about you guys? You all lost someone close to you.
The forge was severely damaged when we crashed the Revenant into nowhere. If you wish to use it, you need to do it now.
We need to decide right now.
Then again, Drax lost his daughter. It's pretty important to her.
Yes, but the cyborg was Gamora's true kin. It should be her.
Oh, for the 1000th time, her name's Nebula.
Yes, the cyborg Nebula.
Thank you, Drax. What about Nova? You left her.
Guess I'm done being the selfish one. Really, Drax, it should be you.
It should
be you.
After everything we've been through. Are we seriously still arguing?
No, we're just agreeing strongly. This is an anti-argument. He's got one of those voices that always sounds like a man.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
There isn't much time left. The forge is dying. If you wish to use it, you need to do it now.
Choose who is reunited, or let the forge die.
I think I should resurrect Nebula.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Believe in second chances.
Thank you.
Take my hand. I want you to think of your fondest memory of Nebula, the moment when you two were happiest.
How? You closed it on me? I'm so happy to have you back. You're happy? I am.
Nonsense.
Forge no longer holds any power over me. I don't know what to do. Now that I'm finally free of it. My life was so entwined with its purpose. With it gone, I feel okay.
You could always use an empath on the team. Why don't you join the Guardians? Officially.
Really?
Definitely.
Thank you, Peter. It will be nice to have a home instead of a box. My head finally feels clear. Thank you, Peter, for all you've done.
I'm proud of you, Peter.
Yeah?
You kept us together after all. I had many doubts it happened. So many doubts. Oh, daily doubts. I honestly couldn't count them all. But somehow, you pulled us through.
I mean, I didn't exactly do it on my own.
I'll take some credit.
Yeah, some. Yeah, a bit.
Never change, Peter. How about a refill?
My hero.
Hey, you two seriously need to tell us when there's a toast happening.
I drink this toxic liquid in honor of the galaxy. May it stay guarded.
Nebula, don't be antisocial. Come join us.
I don't like parties.
Me either. But you're with us now. You better get used to
What about to new friends? I've never had them before.
I've got a better one. To vacation.
I am Groot.
Yeah, okay. Family's a good one, too. Hurry up, Pete. My arm's getting tired.
To the best family a guy could ask for.
it. Strangest looking one in the galaxy.
Hey, I'll take it.
Brothers in arms.
This is the Nova Corps. We have another situation. You have to help us. You're the first ones we call.
And the galaxy.
Yeah. We gotta have a real celebration. For once.
This intoxicated crew is making up fight things. Please let me fight things. Now,
Where were we?
We did it! Oh?